What is up, y'all? Boy, back again with another vlog video, another car video as usual. So, somebody recommended in one of my comment sections, me talking about some of my favorite movies, or recommended some of my favorite movies. So, I'm gonna give you some of my favorite movies, maybe some TV shows in there too, and the reasons why. I have to think of some movies that I recommend for y'all to watch. A lot of stuff y'all probably watch, same stuff I watch. It's the whole reason I got the channel. So, first and foremost, man, one of my favorite TV shows to go back and watch. Old one from, I believe, like the 70s, maybe the 80s. Boy Meets World. Oh, no, excuse me. Wrong TV show. The Wonder Years. It's a coming-of-age story about Kevin Arnold and his friends Winnie Cooper / his crush and his best friend Paul Pfeiffer. And this is one of my favorite TV shows to go back and watch. This TV show obviously came out before I was born, but it is something that I've watched many, many times, and I never get tired of. It's just one of those things that I can sit back and watch and enjoy because it really takes me back to when I was that age. Another TV show that's kind of similar, it actually has the brother of the main actor, Boy Meets World. It's basically a similar story, but it takes place more on a set than on a, in a live neighborhood. And it's a similar story about a boy who also has his crush and his best friend, things like that. And to me, I feel like it gave me the ending in that TV show that I didn't get watching The Wonder Years, which is fine. It didn't really hit me until more like years later as I got older. The ending to The Wonder Years is basically what happens more in people's lives than what happens at the end of Boy Meets World. So, it is what it is. Another one of my favorites I like to always look back on is something in the MCU, which is Avengers Endgame. For me, I always usually skip to the very end where just before Captain America, he gets back to his feet, and he hears on your left, and all of a sudden you hear the music, and everybody comes out them portals, and he says Avengers assemble, and everybody start running at Thanos and his army. That is one of my favorite moments to always go back and watch. Me, I grew up a Batman fan, so almost any Batman animated cartoon I love going back and watching. Big fan of the 90s Batman cartoon. Kevin Conroy, OG, you already know. Still the best animated Batman show to go back and watch. Something else I can talk about is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The 90s cartoon I grew up on. The 90s movies, live action movies I grew up on. The movies, the first three, are still some of my favorite. To me, the first two are the best. The third one was cool, but the first two are the best. There hasn't been any live action TMNT movies that can hold a candle to those. There has not been any live action TMNT movies that can hold a candle to the 90s. That dark edge, story that they told. I just saw a clip the other day where April O'Neil was in the subway. She turns around and she's got all these foot soldiers standing behind her. And the way they got the subway looking where it's dark and it's a little dreary and anything like that, and the foot soldiers are standing there, it is straight chills down your back moment. You know what I'm saying? I just did an unboxing video. Power Rangers. Big fan of the 90s Power Rangers. I would say from Mighty Morphin all the way to Power Rangers in Space. That was me. There are some seasons that came on after Power Rangers in Space, like Dino Thunder and Ninja Storm are two of my favorites. I can go back and watch those repeatedly, multiple times. Rest in peace to Shane, the Red Ninja Storm Ranger. But those Power Ranger 2 seasons right there are two of my favorites outside of like the main timeline. Of course, you had plenty of other seasons. I think you had like RPD. You had Lost Galaxy. There was another one called where they were like time cops, or Jen and their team came back from out of time, from the future, and they were chasing Rancic. I think it was like a Time Force. So you had plenty of seasons that came in after the main timeline I really enjoyed. As far as anything I'm recommending now, not a whole lot. It's probably stuff you're already catching, that I've already waiting for. A new Superman movie coming out in the summer. Pretty much anything, almost anything MCU. The Daredevil TV show, I love the first 2 episodes. I've actually gone back and decided to watch the first season. So, yeah, because I can't remember everything. And I could have sworn it had more seasons, but no, it was just 3. So, yeah, I'm definitely going back and watching the first season of Daredevil and just playing catch up because it's been a while. It's been like 7 years since we got Daredevil. So, there's that. Some of the other things I can talk about here that I liked and enjoyed. Black Panther, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. Love the Black Panther movie, man. I wish, we would have been here a lot longer. I wish we would have beat cancer. I mean, obviously you did with the way you live, but you know what I'm saying. To actually be here to continue starring more movies and things like that. But yeah, I love that. He did 21 Bridges. I like 21 Bridges. I like 21 Bridges. His 21 Bridges movie was good. His Jackie Robinson movie was good. I watched a handful of movies he started in after he passed. What else could I talk about here? Mostly it's always a lot of superhero stuff. If you grew up watching Gargoyles, you already know. Gargoyles is one of my favorite things to go back and watch. I haven't watched it in a while, but it was one of my favorite things that came on. I believe it was Disney. It was just these gargoyle creatures who were living in modern times, who lived on top of this castle that that Xanatos had bought and put his mansion underneath, and it was high in the sky. If you know, you know. Mighty Ducks, the cartoon, loved it, had the movie, watched it, it was so much fun. I still want the mask, the gold mask that the main guy always put on. I forgot his name. I think his name was Wildwing. I can't skate to save my damn life, but I did grow up watching the Mighty Ducks, the live action, hockey movies, all 3 of them. Loved them. Still some of my favorite things to go watch, and I can't even skate to save my damn life. What else can I talk about here that I enjoyed? If y'all liked, it was a TV show that came on years ago called Reboot. I can't really give you too much detail on it, but basically it was about these computer programs that lived inside a computer, and they fought against this thing called Megabyte and Hexadecimal, and they end up getting sucked into this video game every once in a while where they had to defeat it in order to get out. If they lost, they got sucked into the game. Some of y'all from the 90s may know what I'm talking about, man, but that was one of my favorite TV shows to watch as well. Dragon Ball Z, I ain't got to say nothing about that. If you already know, you already know. What other things can I talk about here? Digimon was one of those things I grew up watching too. Like the 90s Digimon, it was just one of my favorite things to watch. Like after Pokemon, I thought it was really cool. Especially when like the older kids, the younger kids got older, and then you had like TK and Kari, and they ended up joining a new team and everything like that. I like that. Some of the other spin-off ones they did when they had the cards and everything, I never got into. What else was it out there that I actually said I could enjoy as a kid, or even as an adult? Almost any action movie, like James Bond. I loved Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies. I can't remember them all because it's been so long, but I loved him as James Bond. Daniel Craig did a good job. I do like his Casino Royale. Some of the other ones that came on after were okay, but his Casino Royale was still the best one to me. I still ain't even watched the last one yet. I know Amazon is busy trying to find the next James Bond. Everybody wants to see it be, former Superman, Henry Cavill. We'll see. But yeah, those are basically the things that I enjoyed and still enjoy to this day as an adult. Spider-Man, obviously, I grew up with the Spider-Man in the 90s. Batman from the 90s, Pokemon, so a lot of that stuff, yeah. And like I said, action-adventure movies, so like, I haven't watched a lot of Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movies. I think I've maybe seen 1 or 2, but those kind of movies I really enjoy. I've seen a little bit of his Jack Reacher stuff. I haven't seen the new Jack Reacher, the big guy. I haven't seen any of his stuff yet, but it looks, from what I've seen in clips, it looks good. What else is out there, y'all, could possibly say that I enjoy as an adult? I think that's really about it that I can really tell y'all right now off the top of my head. If there's anything else, I might make a second video, but I do want to hear what are some of y'all things that y'all enjoyed as a kid or as an adult. What are some of the things y'all recommend? And everything that I just said there, I could definitely recommend to y'all, man, because it is still things I watched as a kid that I still watching as an adult that I still love to this day. So y'all let me know in the comment section what are things that y'all enjoyed as a kid or as an adult, your movies, your TV shows. Let me know in the comment section. I'll check you on my next video. Thank you all for watching. 2,000 subs. Peace. I'm out.